attached to a bigger aura, attached to a bigger aura, attached to a bigger aura, attached to cosmic waves of reality. And you don't have to be a guru to do that. Every one of you is tapped in. It's not a spiritual practice, it's a physiological practice. Right now, neuroscience, if you go into neuroscience and you start reading the real literature, you start to think you're reading the Vedas. We are a complex web of information, light, sound, and vibration. You're not just a bodysuit that you get to wake up into every morning. You are an energy system that interacts with other energy systems. And if you're around people, we call them gainers, right? You have people in your life that when they walk in the room, it gets a little brighter. You know, wow, right. You know, Vishal's here or whatever. You know, you're energized because he's energized, right? There might be somebody else walks in the room and, oh no, Fred's here. He's the guy that sucks the energy out of the room. You know, he walks in the room, it gets a little darker. You want to be around the people that have the energy to keep you going. And so what we want to share with you is why that happens. So there's only 3 reasons why you have brain problems, right? And most of you know this. One is your thoughts. So if you have negative thoughts, they did a study during COVID. In your heart, when we were doing that heart meditation, your heart emanates light energy. The more positive you are, the more light energy you generate. And what they found out was during COVID, they studied these people with the energy your body emits. Every one of you emits light energy. Whether you think about it or whether you know about it or not, it's called biophotonic exchange. It's a science you're going to learn a little bit about today. And when you're in a positive state of mind, you actually generate more energy. They took people that had a negative thought about COVID and a positive thought about COVID. The people that thought about COVID as a threat rather than as a challenge generated 200 times less light energy. So you want to look at life as a challenge, not as a threat. No matter what's happening out there in the world, no matter what you read about, no matter what you experience, it's a challenge for you to rise above that and bring your light energy to the situation so that you can think, act, and respond at a higher level. If not, your thoughts are going to help you down-regulate. And I'm going to share how that even affects your genes, who you are right now, what you're expressing as. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Now, it could be trauma. Obviously, that's when you're going to go see Dr. Ohm and the other doctors in the room. You're going to have to get the hardware fixed. You know, just like your computer. If you need to fix your hard drive, you need to fix the RAM memory, you need to fix the circuit board, whatever. That's the hardware. Now, the hardware is self-repairing. Your brain is designed to heal. Your body is designed to heal. But it needs energy. If you don't have the energy to repair your body, I don't care what supplement you put into it. And I love when people say, well, I take a supplement for that. I say, so what? If you're stressed out, that supplement isn't getting digested, metabolized, and used by the body. Because there's no blood flow into your gut. Your gut is what needs to digest, metabolize, and use that supplement. You need to relax. That's where that meditative state comes in. Now, of course, I always tell people there's 3 things it takes for a healthy brain. Number 1, you have to eat right. You can't outthink a bad diet. So if you're eating really bad foods, you can't outthink that. You also have to move and breathe, and you have to do some kind of brain fitness. That's where we come in at BrainTap. We're going to help you to, and the nice thing is with BrainTap, we can also help you to eat better. You know, keep your healthy thoughts on your food, and also get you up moving and breathing. Because during the sessions, we're going to teach you some breath work at the same time. Now, the other is toxins. And we're going to talk about that today, why your brain only releases toxins when you're sleeping. And it was something they didn't even know about before 2015. Can you imagine that? All the history you have in the medical sciences, and they didn't even know that we had a glial lymphatic system in the brain. Because there's not a physiological book on the planet before 2015 that put the lymphatic system beyond the neck. Because they weren't looking for it. Because it only turns on when you're in deep level 4 sleep. What else does our body turn on we don't know about in different states of consciousness or awareness? We have no idea what we can do. We only know about this much of what our brain can do in a vast array of universe. So as we relax, become comfortable, our brain will unwire itself. Now, I just wanted to put a list of there. These are universities right now, and you'll see some of them are here in India, that are doing research on BrainTap right now. In fact, if you go to Ames Bhopal, you'll see they changed their neural center to the BrainTap Brainwave Entrainment Neural Center. Because Dr. Baru, he's gotten so many achievement awards because he's using our technology and proving out things that everyone knows that when you meditate or you do these ancient practices that you've been doing here for 6,000 to 10,000 years, they work, but they don't have any science. They're just saying they work, do them. Like Guru said to do them. What we did is we proved that they did. We proved them with a piece of technology called the NeuroCheck, and I'm going to show you some information here today that's going to show you why that's so important, because sometimes we need a little science behind something for somebody to do it. Just because mom and dad said to do it, or your guru told you to do it, or your preacher told you to do it, you're not going to do that. You need to have psychological, physiological, scientific proof that's empirical. One of the things that I can tell you, I was asked just before we started, they said, what do you guys do about dementia? And there's a book out there called Saving Your Brain. It's a book that Dr. Kelly Miller wrote. He's one of our doctors from Florida. Every person in his study, just using BrainTap, got taken off the dementia scale within 6 weeks. Every person. Because it was an energy problem. When we're born, our brain is 18.1 volts. As we age, that voltage goes down because of thoughts, traumas, and toxins. If it goes down below 6 volts, you're going to start to demonstrate dementia symptoms. If it goes below 4 volts, you're going to start having Alzheimer's. If it goes below 2 volts, you're taking your ticket home because the brain's going to unwire. And if those neural circuits aren't working, you can't think, you can't respond. Your body will forget the heartbeat, it will forget to breathe, it will forget all the things that you do unconsciously. Because even though you're listening to my voice with your conscious mind, and you might be really aware of my voice, you're only using 5% of your conscious awareness to hear me and be aware of me. But 95% of your awareness is keeping you alive. Over 50 million cells per second are being changed while I'm speaking. You're not even the same person that started. When Dr. Christian got up here and started talking, you're a totally different person. 50 million cells per second. Every DNA pair in your body has changed every 40 seconds based on the environment you're in. From the air you're breathing, to the thoughts you're thinking, to the conversations you're having with yourself, what you had out there to eat. All those things are changing every second of every minute, of every hour, of every day. You're not the same. So when Rishi said, when you get up in the morning, it's like walking into a river. What they meant was you can look at the river, you can look at the Ganges, right? And you say, wow, that river looks the same. That's not the same river. That's a totally different river. You are a totally different river every morning when you get up. But what happens is you bring your baggage with you. You bring your thoughts, your attitudes, your beliefs. You bring your fears, your anxieties. And really, whatever you focus on, you amplify, you intensify, and you broadcast, just like a radio station would broadcast to the surrounding homes and cities, you broadcast it out of your cells.